At the start of the film, we see a girl, Jane Foster. She was accompanied by her lecturer and her assistant. They were doing research under the sky. Meanwhile, they see a light coming from the sky. And a huge tornado comes there. A man comes out of it and he was naked. The professor makes him wear some clothes. From here the story shifts to the past. We are shown a scene of Midgard, a kingdom or a world that is in the sky. It is called Asgard. Its lower world means the earth is called Midgard. Some frost giants attack there because they want to occupy Midgard. But then a king comes from Asgard named King Odin. He fights with those giants and defeats them. The name of these giants' leader is Loki. King Odin badly defeats Loki and he also has a dangerous weapon. King Odin takes that weapon. That weapon was the strength of any leader. Every kingdom has its own weapon. Its specialty was this: it can freeze anything, and King Odin takes it with him to Asgard. As King Odin reaches the castle, we see his two sons. One is Thor and the other is named Loki. King Odin says to his sons, "Let me take you to a chamber where I have collected weapons." When they go there we see that there was Mjolnir, which means the hammer of Thor in the further movie. There was also a cosmic cube, and then many years passed. Thor and Loki have grown elder. Today was the day when King Odin has to make Thor a king. There was everyone but before King Odin announces that Thor is a king here. A huge problem creates. The frost giants attack there because they come to take their weapons back. The king orders his special security guard to finish them. His name was a destroyer. The destroyer finishes them soon, and then the king, Thor, and Loki go to the chamber to see that is their weapon is there or not. Luckily, the weapon was there. Thor tells his father that we must exact vengeance on them. His father forbids him from going there because the weapon is safe. Thor says that I will go there so that they will not come here again. Thor goes to his companions and asks them to come with him and to attack Loki's kingdom. His companions agree and go to that side. Reaching there, they see that there's a security guard. He was the special man of King Odin. He guards the bridge. And it was the way from where they have to reach Loki's kingdom. The security guard was having a sword, from which that way will be open. While using that sword it was possible for them to go to that kingdom. Thor goes inside and he sees that there is none inside. He screams that, "Where are you all? Are you scared of my arrival? Come out and face me." Meanwhile, Loki comes in front of them and says that none is scared, and now you will get scared. You have made a mistake coming here. And then Thor's brother Loki comes in front. He says to Loki that, "Forgive us, we will leave from here." Loki says that not now, and with it, force giants start attacking them. But Thor, while using his thunder power, was killing them. There is a huge fight. Then a force giant holds the hand of Loki. His hand turns like them as he was among them. They were about to win. Meanwhile, a giant monster comes out of Loki's kingdom. It was about to attack them. But Thor goes inside its mouth and comes from its body while tearing it. Due to it, the monster dies there. Because of it, Loki's kingdom people get aggressive. They move forward to kill Thor and his team. Then King Odin comes there and Thor says with courage that, "Loki, now what will you do? My father is also here." But it wasn't like what Thor was thinking. King Odin was there to apologize to Loki, to sort out the issue, and he can bring his team and sons safely from here. He says to Loki that, "We have made a mistake, let us go from here." Then Loki says that the punishment for mistakes is death. If you come here at first to attack us, you can't go back. When King Odin sees that it is not working, he uses his magic. He brings his team back to Asgard, but as they return, Thor's behavior was rude. He says to his father that, "If you couldn't help us, then why you come there? I was about to defeat them. Why do you apologize to him? He is not capable of this." King Odin says to Thor that, "You are misbehaving." Thor then asks, "What should I do? You should not be able to stop me." King Odin says that, "Now I will tell you that. What will you do?" He snatches his dress and powers from him. Even his hammer also, and then Thor was thrown to the Midgard, means to the earth. Down from the Asgard, and his hammer was also thrown. Hammer was thrown somewhere else, and then King Odin says that the hammer will be there, and only the man who deserves it can pick it. The man who will be capable of picking it. Thor, you can get it till you become deserving for it. In the next scene, we see that Thor is in a hospital. Waking up he sees the doctors, Jane Foster, and that assistant around him. He becomes nervous. He asks that where am I? Then while beating everyone he comes out of the hospital. In the next scene, we are shown that Mjolnir was the hammer of Thor. It fell in a city and the place where it fell, that place was destroyed. The shield makes the boundaries around it. Then an agent comes there and he was looking interesting after having the hammer. He also wants to do research on it. He was told about Jane Foster and she does research. Maybe she knows about this hammer. The agent goes to Jane Foster's home. Even forbidding of Jane Foster, he takes her book from there. She has written the research in it. On the other side, Thor also comes to know about his hammer. Because this news of hammer is spread everywhere. After coming out of the hospital, he asks the people that from where did I get a horse? The people start laughing. The horse, in this age, there is no horse. Meanwhile, Jane comes there and she says to Thor that come you can sit in my car. I can take you to that place because I also have to go there. But please shut your mouth. Reaching there, they see that Thor's hammer is in the tight security. None could touch it. Thor goes inside while killing all the security guards and the people. Because they have occupied his hammer. Finally, Thor reaches the place where the hammer is. He happily picks it but he couldn't lift up the hammer. Thor feels sad and he also comes in anger. Meanwhile, the agents of the shield come there and then lock Thor in jail. Thor sees that Loki is also there. Loki comes to him and says that Thor, you didn't do good. Our father has died because of you. King Odin has died because he was worried about you. Thor feels sad and he was regretting that why he misbehaved with his father. He lost in this thought. At night, the professor who was with Jane comes here. He shows the fake ID card of Thor in jail. He says that he has made mistake. He doesn't know that it was a restricted area. Send him with me and it will not happen again. After escaping from there they drink. But the professor loses his senses and Thor takes him to Jane Foster's home. They sit and start talking. And the professor was taking a rest. Jane asks Thor that tell me about you, that from where you came? Thor tells her that I am a son of a king and we rule a kingdom. Jane slightly laughs and says that what are you talking about? Thor says to her let me show you while drawing it. Thor makes a diagram in which there were the 9 kingdoms. He tells Jane that the earth on which you are living is called Midgard. The place where I live is called Asgard. From here the scene shifts to Asgard. We are shown that Loki told a lie that King Odin has died, he is alive yet. But he was unconscious and Loki was sitting near him. Here Loki was thinking that he will kill King Odin. Because he wants that his son Thor will become a king. Loki wasn't there actual, so that's why he doesn't want to make Loki a king. He was planning King's death. He will rule here. Because Thor is already on the earth. He goes to the forest where was the freezing gadget. It means the weapon of Loki. Taking it, he reaches to the way where that security guard was protecting the path. He refuses Loki that I am sorry I can't open the door for you. Loki says okay and with it. While using the weapon he makes that security guard frozen. He reaches Loki's kingdom while taking his sword. Going there, he says to Loki that you have to do work for me. You have to kill King Odin. As you will do this I will give your weapon back. Like this, you will have your powers and I will also become a king. Loki says that it is a good deal and I accept it. Loki returns and Thor's friends stop him. They say that how the devil is you're thinking. We know what are you doing, then Loki makes them quiet. Saying this, that I will become your king soon. That's why it's better for you to stay silent. But Thor's friends are brave like Thor. They go to Midgard to tell Thor everything. They tell the plans of Loki to Thor. He has created this scene so that he can become king. Thor becomes aggressive after hearing it. Loki also knows it, so he goes to the special security guard of the king. It was made of metal, destroyer. Loki orders him to go to the earth and kill Thor and his companions. Destroyer obeys Loki and goes to Midgard. Going in front of Thor's companion, he was about to kill them. Meanwhile, Thor comes in front and he says, "Destroyer, stop and competes with me. It doesn't matter for Destroyer." He hits Thor and Thor falls at distance. Because he hasn't his dress and hammer, from where he will get the powers. He becomes injured, but here a miracle happens. Do you remember what did King Odin said? That he will not get the hammer till he becomes capable of it. Thor has done the work that now he deserves the hammer. He has sacrificed for his friends. He has his dress and hammer back. Now Thor was feeling powerful. Here Thor destroys Destroyer with his hammer. Thor returns with his team. The security guard was frozen by Loki. While using his power, he breaks the ice and comes out. He opens the path for Thor. When Asgard opens, the people of Loki's kingdom also come there. Loki was about to attack King Odin, as Loki ordered him to do. Here Loki plays a trick and he kills Loki in front of his father's eyes to impress him that he saved his father's life. Then Loki goes towards the bridge. He was about to take out a dangerous beam after activating it to destroy the place, to rule his kingdom. And none will come to stop him. And Thor comes there. None is born to stop him. Thor says to Loki that you will not restrain. Loki says that no, I will take out beams from it. Thor says okay. After it, he strikes his hammer on that bridge. Due to it, that bridge was destroyed. Loki was surprised after seeing it. As the bridge breaks, they were about to fall. Meanwhile, King Odin comes there, who holds the hand of Thor. And Loki was holding Thor's hand. But when he realizes that he was not able to impress his father, he leaves his hand from Thor's hand. It spreads everywhere that Loki died because of falling from the bridge. King Odin comes to Thor and says that till I am alive, I wish to see my son become a king in front of my eyes. Thor says to his father that I have to do huge tasks and want to become like you. When I will be capable of this, then you can make me king. Now at the end of this part, we see that Loki is not dead. He will return in the part 2. With it, part 1 ends here. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe this channel for more videos.